This car on a lot of circuits is actually quicker than the Performante model. That is because there is a balance to it that the Performante does not have. We are starting up in the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. We have driven it on the track. We just came off the Reins track, which will be used soon for the Formula 1 race. This car on a lot of circuits is actually quicker than the Performante model. That is because there is a balance to it that the Performante does not have. This is not the case on the Nürburgring where you need gobs of power for those long straights. But on shorter circuits that are extremely challenging and extremely technical, this car will outrun the Performante. Okay, the first thing I notice is the car is not freaky. It is not as scary as the Aventador. We are on Strada. You feel the car tuck in. It is surprisingly easy to drive. We've got torque vectoring going, which makes things corner easily. There it is, you feel it catch. It's like it's on rails. The most calm mode is a great daily drive. If you go to sport mode, then you have something that will have the tail kick out a little bit. It's a bit more frisky. You can feel a little bit of lightness in the back. Let's try and do this better this time. There, sliding around, there you go. If you go to the track mode, which is Corsa, then the car is tight. It is hard, it is purposeful. You can feel the corrections of the car. You can feel that you would be faster in Corsa if you were right and if you were doing the right things. It's smoother in sport. It feels cooler. It feels sexier. It feels nicer. But in Corsa, it's serious. Able once again to do the old Huracan with the new Huracan Evo. The old car would be flat and you'd very much feel that you're directing it around. This thing curves for you. It's wonderful on the slaloms, it's wonderful on the S's, it's wonderful on the figure 8s. We were getting it to cook out very easily. The power curve is so linear that you can really adjust the pedal and get things moving the way you want them to. It's extremely controllable. It's predictable. It's a lot of fun. Braking is very balanced. They work very hard on getting the aero balanced. So when you change speeds, you're not necessarily unsettling the car because the aero is off. Which is good because I would have thrown it in that corner if they hadn't. If you go with some old aero-intensive cars, once you go below 90, the cars are a beast to handle, in particular old Formula 1 cars. This thing is not like that. It's very clean going in. When you hit the brakes from like 250 straight down into the below the hundreds, it's flat and it's straight and it's easy to curve, it's easy to control. If you want to brake it out and drift a bit, you can. It's completely controlled by your right foot. These cars are all far more flexible. If we go to Strada right now, you can feel the change. I can feel it in my back almost. It's a little bit calmer, it's a little bit smoother, it's a little bit more comfortable. This is what you would use every day. Going into sport, it puts a smile on your face. Going into Corsa, puts a little bit of fear into your heart. It is fun, it's seriously fun. If there's someone chasing you, go into Corsa. Now this ability to be as fine-tuned with these movements and with the ensuing movement of the cars is really something that you could never do 10 years ago without knowing a whole hell of a lot about car dynamics and being a very good race car driver. Now you can get into these cars and do these things, and that is what's so good about this car. Amplify your life a little bit every day, and that's what this car is about. It's Lamborghini experience with a little bit more accessibility. You have more fun in the car, and it is an awesome car. Yeah, we got a little sideways and we went off a little bit more than we should have, and physics will always win, but up until it does, you're gonna have a lot of fun.